people still place my name next to God! Now pretend I'm Moscow and retreat from these flames!
You think you could do that good?
Welcome to the BTS, y'all.
Hey! Hey!
Alabama!
Fire! Got him! Welcome to Behind the Scenes. My name's EpicLLOYD as always. I am a little sick, but welcome to Behind the Scenes anyway. Wooga!
Petite coverall, here to get my groove on. Even if I lose, I come back and get my cool on. I'll subdue you brutally, like a royalist in Toulon. I'm the smoothest French thing in gray, seems pooper.
We were not going to make a battle this soon after the election, but Sid Meier's Civilization VII approached us and said, hey, we've got this game coming out, have you ever heard of it? And I was like, yes, I've heard of that. It's always exciting to work with a sponsor that you think is legitimately cool, and I think Civilization is a legitimately cool game. They gave us this list of characters that were gonna be in the game. I saw one character on there that I've always wanted to do, Charlemagne. It's a name that I know, and I honestly think the only reason I know that name is from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. Let my armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky.
And I never have understood who he was, who he is, what he did, why he's important. None of that. And then originally we were working on maybe Charlemagne versus Pachacooty, and it was that combination of those two characters like, man, no one in the audience knows much about either of these two characters going into this. So making jokes and making references that people understand is gonna be really, really hard. Then somebody suggested Napoleon and Charlemagne, and I was all for it.
So as you know, we've already done Napoleon once. Played by yours truly.
How dare you address moi, you adolescent worm? I am French. You're a buck-toothed nerd with a perm.
But he's such a rich character and so much information about him wasn't in the first battle that we felt like he was a rich character to be able to revisit. I was sort of against it at first, especially me playing Napoleon again. I didn't like the idea of revisiting a character from the rap battles that we had done before. And then I was like, all right, what are we gonna do? And then it hit me, I was like, what if I played Napoleon? And that sparked my fancy. Boy. We've done that before. Pete's played Trump, I've played Trump, but also that the connection with Napoleon was very tight. Napoleon basically ended Charlemagne's empire, essentially. Charlemagne started the Holy Roman Empire, Napoleon ended it. Both were from the same basic region, both had this innate drive to conquer. There were a lot of parallels, a lot in common. So that was it.
Kept a violent poison around my neck in case of capture, and I almost just drank it. You are that bad of a rapper, and I thank you with ease. Your losses will be cost me. Like the option we do with your pregnant while you should cost me.
Okay. The way I found my version of Napoleon, there's a movie by Stanley Kubrick called Barry Lyndon, and there's a character that's this British, like, lieutenant or something, and he makes these funny faces. They're doing this big parade march scene, and he, like, is holding this sword with this weird limp wrist, and he's like, he's making this goofy face. That's who I channeled.
And he does this kind of dancing, like.
Something I loved about playing Napoleon is that he's so passionate, right? Like, ugh, but he's also so mopey.
Yes.
And droopy arms too, right?
Yeah, dude, come on. I'm having a great time.
That's how I see him anyway. This like mopey, miserable, passionate man.
Can you give it a little bit more disgust?
The only throne.
Yeah.
How do you say throne?
Throne. The only throne you belong on is the latrine.
The only throne you belong on
Yeah.
Okay.
I always, like, finding the last line of a battle is always an interesting challenge. And you might be the king of the Franks, but you can suck beans. It still makes me laugh.
You might be king of the Franks, but you can suck beans.
It's just such a silly thing to say with a lot of serious passion.
But you can suck beans.
It just gets me. That I'll say that. That's my favorite line in the battle.
Got Patrick back with us.
Hi.
We got Mr. Chin back in the business. We got Bananas. Ryan Moulton directing today. Gross. I hate bananas.
Still with the bananas?
Peanut butter and banana shake with no bananas, cause those can eat a dick.
Wait, what?
The bananas?
You ordered a peanut butter banana shake and you said hold the bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas are nature's
Dildo?
It's self-protected. You don't have to worry about the peel. That's so good. Otherwise, you eat apples, you gotta worry about the peel. Oh, where's it been? But bananas are already secured. Nature's already put them in the packaging. How great is that?
Bro, I'm just letting you hang yourself with this verbal rope right now.
I bet you right now, the public response is gonna be on my side. Mr. Beast is gonna chime in. The tool is right.
We've been shooting in a new space, which is nice. This new space is kind of bigger and it's got a different vibe. And also we brought Ryan Moulton on again to direct for this battle.
I like that you have all these notes though.
Yeah, went through and like come up with some ideas for like what the physicality can be, and then ready to be thrown away when we have something better.
He is an old school editor, has a very unique timing, very unique sense of comedy.
Definitely have to lift the cape up on flames. Flames!
Yeah.
I don't want to lose the cape thing, because that's a good discovery. So what should you do? Use the cape on
I was really excited to work with him. He also directed Henry Ford versus Karl Marx, and it was really cool for me to kind of kick back out of that spot and just really focus on performance and getting some editing stuff going so we could get this one out faster.
What are you doing, Patrick?
Oh, glad you asked. Hi, Patrick Rowland, playback. I am listening to the song and marking the specific verses.
Oh, hold on. It's nice that song.
I strike the fear of God in every land I take, leaving pagans quaking, making them do the Charlemagne shake. The bloody verdict of this battle has already been decided.
Like the leopard between you and Josephine is one side.
Solid. Yeah, very good. The crown. The crown. Yeah.
One thing that was really challenging with Charlemagne is that most of the information out there was very dry. But eventually, if you listen to like 14 hours of Charlemagne documentaries, you absorb the information.
Learned a lot about him. Not only that he conquered a lot of Europe, but also united Europe, brought it together.
Egypt, Haiti, Spain, Portugal.
His inclination to conquer was more so that he could organize stuff. It wasn't like, I'm gonna conquer and it's gonna like be the spoils to me. It was like, y'all are a mess. I'm gonna conquer you, then do what I say.
Just give me a big ha. Ha! Ha! Yeah, that's good. Ha! Not ha! You were doing like ha! Ha!
You've become a Charlemagne nerd after you listen to like 15 hours of Charlemagne stuff. And you have to remind yourself that not everybody's gonna get this. So you kind of have to tailor the jokes about a character like Charlemagne in information first, joke punchline second format. Does that make sense? So it's like, I'm gonna tell you, the audience, this is something that happened. Now, I'm gonna make a joke about it.
But was a bit more hardcore now that you have 4 numbers.
That's what we try to do with characters a little lesser known.
Charlemagne!
Okay. Want to try Charlemagne?
Charlemagne!
Who's the other conquering king par excellence? Who fathered his own renaissance and gave birth to fonts? It is I, Charles the Great, son of Pepin the Short Torturing.
This overblown bicorn, horny, porny, porking. Fuck.
Are you one of these banana people too? Like, have you been brought over to the banana side?
So I have to tell you, man, 99% of primates enjoy bananas as its delicacy. We've been enjoying bananas across cultures going back to our ancestors.
It looks ridiculous. Look at you.
You
look like you're eating
a food in its own wrapper. It's like a snack bar in its own packaging.
This is a Snickers.
I challenge you to find someone else who doesn't like bananas.
I like bananas.
I love bananas.
I had a banana earlier.
I really think it's going to be harder for you to find someone else who doesn't enjoy bananas.
I don't like bananas.
Well, I don't like bananas. Bananas are terrible. Yeah, I agree. We don't like bananas at all.
You're a clanky old suit of armor. I'll bombard the janky monarch of the Franks and the Lombards.
I'll bombard the janky monarch of the Franks. Does that work for you? I'll bombard. I like that, man.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I'll bombard.
Okay, nice.
The look of Napoleon was all about this one painting. I think it's called Napoleon While Moscow Burns. That's kind of what the background design is based on. They are real 3D models that we can take the camera and put it in and turn it. I found this cool sky asset in the Unreal Engine marketplace, and I found some Russian buildings, and I basically just took some fire assets and made it look like the buildings were on fire. And then Charlemagne, I found this really cool cathedral environment, and again, just added fire. I just added all these fireplaces to give it some motion, a sense of light and warmth. Since there's fire in the background, I kind of put a figure into each one to kind of show what the lighting might look like. And then we were able to use that as kind of a pre-visualization on set. And I noticed there was this cool kind of slight flickering effect, just slight on both characters.
And so we lit the green screen practically with like flickering lights.
What are these flickering lights?
Fire. This is the flames of the background, and they're going to be reflecting on his face as if he's in front of those flames.
To me, that light looks really great. I don't know enough. I would rather underdo it than overdo it, and that feels really nice.
That's what keeps me excited about the series, is always trying to learn new things and learn new techniques. And that was fun on this one, to have this pre-visualization stuff and then be able to light it to match that.
Is this the next level of the banana
Now
saga?
this is a fruit. This is a fruit. Looks like balls instead of dongs. This is a fruit.
Oh, that's flow! You can't quite rock it! That must be why you keep your head like that! No pocket! You are nothing but a whiny little egotistic swine! You got sunk by a Brit with a bullet in his spine!
We were just discussing how my face goes from man to pretty woman pretty quick. Do I look like Paul Rubens all the time?
Brielle, who is our hair and makeup expert, got me into the Charlemagne hair and makeup.
When I started with you guys, you never really had a beard. Or you shaved it because we made you.
Even sometimes when you have a beard, it looks like you're borrowing somebody else's.
The Charlemagne wig was just this longer salt and pepper gray wig. Thankfully, we used minimal fake mustache. There was some.
Yeah, you got a load of dump truck buckets out in the parking lot if you guys need. Came in from Chatsworth. Long Beach on the road.
Dump truck buckets.
This dude at a bar was trying to convince me to go to Turkey and get a hair transplant.
That's the place to do it, but you don't need one.
No thanks.
You don't need one.
Like, if you make a mistake, that's it. If they came out with something that did, like, regrow hair, I don't know if I would do it. Just because not having hair is so convenient.
It does save a lot of time
Oh my
and
gosh. I wash my whole body with like a teaspoon of soap.
We worked with a company called Western Costumes this time.
Which is a really cool service. You can tell them what you're doing, tell them what your characters are, and then they will go and pull pieces from their giant warehouse that they know like the back of their hand, and then deliver them to you when you get there. And you can go try them on, and it was a really fun experience. It felt like you were in a movie, you know? It wasn't us kind of going to a secondhand shop and piecing it together. It was like every movie you've ever heard of, every foot soldier, every sword, everything, it's all there. You gotta love Tinseltown.
Do you have like something else?
I just can't tell if it's any good.
Oh, that's good. Love yourself.
I'm not from that generation, Ryan.
I don't think I need the sash.
Around your
They had a
waist.
red sash that goes over the shirt. What's up, bro? Think Napoleon didn't rock some hokas?
What you about
Maybe if he had.
Whoa. Woke-polian.
This trick Lloyd likes to talk about of like we can wear comfortable shoes.
We discovered
Like
embarrassingly late. Like, why are we wearing these uncomfortable shoes in the mediums and the
Oh.
closets?
I think it ruins the character. I think the shoes and how the character stands, if it's uncomfortable, I don't know, it brings something, but your feet start to hurt.
So there's three horsemen of ERB costumes. Beards glued on faces, tight head things, and uncomfortable shoes. I'm lucky on this one, I only got 2 of the 3.
So I had trouble getting Napoleon's boots on. That was hard for me.
Hold the cannons and the horses. He's putting on his boots.
What the hell? Oh god, it's so claustrophobic around my ankle. Ugh. It's not a good sign that I'm out of breath from putting my boots on. Oh,
Why would they not put a zipper on the back?
Don't fold, don't fold, don't fold. Ah, didn't fold. Okay, is what it is. So uncomfortable.
Back to my real fruit.
When I conquer, I don't need a pumped hand. I grip a diamond drip hilt and put your crown on myself. The only throne you belong on is yellow tree. You might be king of the Franks, but you can suck beans.
Alright, I gotta take this off.
That's a wrap.
We just finished shooting. It was a good shoot. I might have had a little too much caffeine today. I'm not gonna lie to you. A little shake. My urine looks like a highlighter, which I know that's not how it's supposed to look.
Thank you so much for watching our behind the scenes of Napoleon versus Charlemagne. Thanks again to Civilization VII for making this happen. It was very exciting to just do one that was just real history. As I look toward the future, those are the ones that interest me the most, of bringing in more characters like Charlemagne, of like, I know that name, but I don't know jack about him. Hopefully people walk away from this battle and be like, I have a basic understanding who Charlemagne is. If that happens, I feel like we did our job.
We also have a Patreon page. If you'd like to join our Patreon, it's really fun. We take suggestions for matchups. We do a live stream every other month or so. And it's really a great way to get kind of on the inside of the makings of the battles, both lyrically and decision-making wise too. So we'll put polls up there sometimes. We try to keep the tiers very affordable, and we appreciate our Patreon crew very, very much. Shout out to them, by the way. So if you'd like to join our Patreon, please do patreon.com/ERB. We'd love to have you.
I started a Bluesky thing. If you'd like to talk about the Epic Rap Battles history or anything else with me, I am on there quite a bit. I like it. I was never a big fan of Twitter. If you look up Nice Peter on Bluesky, you'll find me.
Shout out to all of you guys, and have a great day.